intro.
Sounds correct.
Hey everybody, the music's up, it's on, and we're on too. It is time for Having Fun with J and J. And everybody knows it's Friday. It's time for us. Jeanette got a new hairdo. Doesn't she look smashing?
I
Yes.
cut it all off for the summer.
Yeah, she just surprises me every time. Like she's not doing anything. And the next minute she goes, sends me a selfie. Look, I cut my hair. What made you do that? But she looks fabulous.
Thank you.
And we are back. We are back. We wanted to bring you, Jeanette and I never shy away from being different.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's even different anymore. I'm going to say that I'm old school. And so back in my day, but it's a new day, and we have all kinds of crafters, artists, and artisans that cross our path. And Jeanette found a lovely young woman.
At a vending event.
Yeah, she does. She tracks them down, boy. She's in her neighborhood of Newport Richey. And this is Stacy Reed, and she is with Read Between the Lines Tattoo Shop. That's her place. That's where she does her work. And so we thought it would be very cool. Tattoos are really commonplace now. They're mainstream, and it really is an art.
It is.
It's an art. And so we did not want to
exclude her.
No, and we don't want to we're all about gifts and skills and talents.
Yep.
And making money off of those gifts and skills and talents. Yep. And so we're trying to make sure that all the independent people out there, the young entrepreneurs, old entrepreneurs with small businesses, and they're creating a business out of their gifts, we want to be able to present them on the show.
Exactly.
So that's what we're doing today. We've never had a tattoo artist on our show. So
no, this is the first. I'm always surprising Jenny with, "Ooh, look what we have today," and she's like, she never finds out who it is until
I never know.
She's doing the slides, and she
I
goes,
never know.
Oh. And I never, because I'm always like, surprising her with different, and I always search for different. One thing I did see, I did see you at the vending event at the church. They were like an outreach actually, and they were in the park doing that. And what park was that? Can you tell us what park was that? We had the guy on the TV with us. I forgot his name. Michael. Yeah, it was Michael from some outreach. I forgot. And I went there and I met her, and I met a couple of vendors, which are beyond also with us. So this is one of the vendors that I saw,
So say hi, Stacy.
Hello.
Don't be shy. Please don't be shy. We are definitely characters from now. We got our own town and cartoon show. So yeah.
Okay, now what? Gotta have a tattoo shop.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just saying. Anyway, now I've just set her back. All right, Stacey, so why don't you tell us a little bit about you and your business in Newport Richey?
So I'm a tattoo artist in Newport Richey. I do a lot of the glitter tattoos. I don't know if you guys have seen those. A lot of people have a misconception that's like glitter ink, but it's not. It's like I'm trying to think like how to describe it. Like if you think of jail, like tattoos is how I see it. Like, how they used to do the pick and poke in the jails and stuff that you hear about. It's similar to that, but like that's the style that I usually go towards. And my fiance actually got me into tattooing.
Is he a tattoo artist too?
Yes, he's actually the owner of the shop.
Okay.
He taught me like pretty much everything I know. I'm still learning too. I'm still like practicing with my shading, stuff like that. But for the most part, yeah, that's pretty much, what I do.
Now I know where I met you. I met you at the vending
Yeah,
event, not Michael's, the one with dogs for paws of courage.
Yeah,
This
at
is
the
where I
Big
met
W.
her. Yes. Okay.
Off of
Yeah.
McVeigh, I think is what it was.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then they had to move their table from next to me because they needed more space, and they put them at the end. They were the only ones making that money that day. There was a line of people. There was a line of people getting tattoos. It was incredible.
So were you an artist before this? Like, did you have interest in doing different art and then it kind of ended up into being a tattoo artist, or is this your first foray into actually art?
Well, I did art in school, and like I've always been good at drawing and stuff. And then when I was about 15, I wanted to be a tattoo artist. I had a couple people discourage me in my family, but when I got together with my fiance, I just went for it. I was scared at first. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be good at this because it's like a whole different ball game than just drawing, because the fake skins, they wobble on you and all that. So it's kind of hard to pull the line sometimes. But yeah, that's pretty much like I had that background kind of a little bit in school and stuff. But yeah.
Who was your first person that you tatted?
I believe it was my one client, Sarah. She 16, 17 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And she was my first client, and she doesn't go to anybody else now.
Oh,
like the whole time. And I've been tattooing for about like 2 years now.
So, okay. So, is there an age limit of people that I want to make this year? Is there an age limit that a person can get a tattoo in Florida?
Yes. So it would be like 16 with parent consent.
Okay.
So they have to go and get a paper notarized by either like your bank or AmScott. So that way, and then you get a copy of their ID, and then you have the kid also sign the paper.
Okay.
I've never notarized I'm a notary. I've never notarized for that. I'll look for that now.
No, watch, now you're gonna get a tattoo notarized.
I'm in Texas, so it's pretty crazy here. I would think that you don't even need that to be here. Like if you walk in with your parent says they want you tatted, I guess I don't know, I have to check that. But
I didn't get my first tattoo until I was 35.
Oh wow.
My first tattoo was at 35, and it happened to be the tramp stamp.
Oh.
It goes right in the back. I don't like the name of it, but it's
you didn't get one in the military?
Yeah, I didn't get any in the military.
Really?
After, but my first one, I was scuba diving, so I got it's a reef, little nice vines in the back, then a heart with a diver's flag, because I was a scuba diver. So with the diver's flag, and I got that in the back, and I thought I was the bomb then. I was like, look at me, I got my tat, showing off. And then all of a sudden I say, you know what? I want my culture in there. And then I got the one that hurt the most was my left foot. Oh my gosh, I think I went to see Jesus in person and then came back down, because that one hurt. Right there on the plan of your foot, that hurts. And it was a dream catcher too. So all the little lines, I was like, the guy had to stop. I think it took him like 3 hours, And then I have a big giant right one right on my right ankle, on my right thigh. And it's another dream catcher with the coquí of the hip, Puerto Rican coquí, our symbol of Puerto Rico.
That's the froggy.
Yeah, the little froggy. And I have the dolphins and an Indian, which a man on my back that I don't know, never met. And, he's on there. And it's just all very American Indian, Taino Indian, representing the country that I came from. And then this one right here that I can show, that is really pretty, right there with the leaves and everything, with 2 little roses. And they represent my children. So yeah, so those are my kids right there.
How many tats do you have?
I would have to
stop counting. She stopped counting. I think it's like 55. No,
it's like I think 15, 20 now. I think.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
I'm the only group that does not have tat. I was telling Stacy that earlier. However, my daughter got caught with the tramp stamp.
Oh,
it was graduating high school.
Uh-huh.
And she was already 18 because she turned 18 in May and then graduated in June. And we were going to her graduation, and I touched her on the back, like, moms, kind of.
Right. Yeah.
She went like that, and I'm like, don't tell me you did that. And she goes, what? You get a tat? And she goes, and it's, usually when you go get a tat, most people get a small one because you're just into it. She got blasted. She actually looked like a logo from Mission Burrito. It's like this big, burly thing. And I said, all right, you need to tell your dad. She's like, I'm like, so now that she's a married lady of 18 years and she married a sailor, she's got several tats, but the one on her arm, on her sleeve, they don't wear wedding rings, but they her bouquet on both their arms. So Ricardo has one and she has one. And then my other daughter has a couple of small tats. My sister has a couple of small tats, but my son doesn't.
My daughter, she's asked me for her first tattoo at 15 years old. She wanted the Eye of Athra in Egyptian on her right shoulder. And I said, well, what does that mean? Well, protection from the evil eye. I said, okay. Because I told her, if you want a tattoo, you're going to tell me what it is, find the definition behind it, and tell me why you want it. And when she did her research and she figured out what she wanted, she got it, and it was about that big. So I did start her with a little bit that big. She wanted it real big. I said, no, you're going to get it like this, an inch, So she got it, and we had it done in Jamaica because we were on a cruise. So she got it in Jamaica for like $20, and they did a good job. She was so happy. She thought she was the it, My son, he has all wolves on him. He is a husky lover and his dogs. He loves wolves. So he has it all over his body. The wolves howling at the moon, different shaped wolves. And then he has them in his arm, his back. I gave him one for his birthday. He came here to Florida on the beach like many years ago. And I said, what you want for your birthday, Mom? Can you get me this moon with he's on a mountain? And I knew a tattoo artist. And I said, okay.
Those take a while.
Yeah, and he got it done in one day. He was just right there taking it. He took it on his back and everything. And I said, okay. And then after they did that, they were like, the whole family now. We all have tats. My daughter actually has a tat with my son's name on it. It's a little cartoon lion, and it says Q-Man. And that's his nickname. That's his name. I say, you did that for your brother? This is my only brother. I love him. I'm like, oh, I raised him right. What can I say?
So Stacey, do you have people that come in that don't know what they want, or do you? I know a lot of tattoo artists are starting to design their own tats. Is that something that you do? You draw and
yeah, we do a lot of the flash and stuff. So if somebody can't decide what they want, they can pick out of the book. Or if they look through and get an idea just from that, we do that too.
Is there literally a school to go to, or do you just kind of hang out and do a
OJT
or kind of a?
It's like an apprenticeship that you go through.
Apprenticeship, okay.
Yeah, and then
what do you practice on?
It's like the fake skin. It's like this rubbery skin. I know back in the day they used to use the pig skins, but that's unsanitary now. So they came up with a better idea, or they have this thing called a pound of flesh type thing. It's like a baby doll type thing you can tattoo on, or a fake cat. And that helps you with pulling the skin, getting the concept of that and the depth and all that. So you don't blow out tattoos and stuff like that.
Huh. Interesting.
And so what is the so far, what is the most unusual tattoo you've done?
Trying to think. That's a good question. I'm trying to think here for a second.
Was there one that you wouldn't do?
What was that? Oh, it was it's inappropriate, so I can't say it, but it was a weird one, but it was a banana.
Oh, got it.
I got it.
If it's really inappropriate, you're gonna kind of say, I don't do that kind of thing, or is there a there's some tattoo artists that don't care, right? They just do what you want. But do you kind of have a theme of I don't know about that?
So like for tattoo wise, I'm okay with doing some, but like if I see somebody wanting like face tattoos, I don't really like going for the face tattoos, especially if it's someone younger, because you don't know what their career path's going to be when they get older, and they might regret it later and have to pay to get it removed. You know.
See, that was me. I always looked at the pictures and I'm like, I didn't want a tattoo that everybody else had, but I didn't know if I wanted to live with it for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And I just never, went that way. But it's weird because you're actually doing art on a person,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I know it's not without.
Can't mess up.
Nope.
And I've seen some really like the portraits. Like, have you seen the portraits that don't go well?
Ugh.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think you have to be very careful with those because those are not, it's not like you go,
Like,
You don't got any erasers. Like, How do you erase a tattoo? Is it a same tattooing but the color of flesh?
no, so either you can get it covered up, like say it's a tattoo you didn't like, and then you find
Yeah.
someone to cover it up, or somebody did like a bad job on it, then you can get it covered. But if you don't want to go that route, you'd have to go through like a tattoo removal, which I think's like because we don't really do it at our shop, but it's like a machine kind of like burns it, I guess, off.
Ugh.
I think it pulls the ink out.
Yeah.
Like it goes in and it kind of extracts the ink that's there.
But you're still scarred though.
It's like, I think someone explained it, it's like someone snapping a rubber band at you.
Ugh.
They're constant like that, but and they can't do it all at once because they can't, but the thing about tattoos is before, like my father had tattoos. He was a Korea War vet. He was in a camp. He was in a POW camp. He did one to himself, did his own tattoo. But he had a knot on his wrist, and my uncle, also military, he had a star for the Navy in his hand, which they don't like to do. Back then, they did like you do hand tattoos. They were kind of weird. So feet and hands I think are back in. They're doing them. I don't know if it's having to do with the skin. It's too close. Like there's not a lot of depth in your hand, like to put a tat. But back then they didn't want their hands and feet because they'd have to cover them because employers wouldn't take you if you had a tat.
You know what tattoos I really love? The island ones, like the Rock. Those Caribbean island ones of the Samoans.
Oh, my uncle had a girl in a margarita cup and a martini cup on his arm. And I don't remember what my dad had on his chest, but he had one of those island things because they all went to Hawaii. Like if you were in the Navy, y'all went to Hawaii, stopped in Hawaii, and they got the hula girls. Like the guy would have the hula girl, he would get her to move on his arm. You ever see that?
You ever do that? I mean, who else is in your company? Like I saw you with 4 people. So who are you working with, to get your experience?
I'm working with my fiance and then my fiance's son.
So okay, so those are the big tall ones that I saw. Are they there with you today, or are they?
I don't think you met his son because he wasn't there.
Right.
He's very shy and got anxiety type things. He doesn't like big crowds, but
okay. And your fiance, is he there with you today or no?
He went to go get food.
Okay.
And then my I guess he's like my stepson. He went to work, so he's at work right now.
Oh, okay. And do you have any more events that are coming up that you're gonna be at where people can find you?
We're gonna try to figure that out because we have been talking to you probably know Stella. We've been talking to Stella about doing some more.
Stella's the one that does the pause for courage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's really cool.
Okay.
And this is going to be a question. So, who tolerates the pain better, men or women?
Honestly, I think women, because they give childbirth, deal with all that. Especially older women, they back in the day didn't have epidurals and stuff. You know, when they get tattooed, it's like, whatever, it's nothing. Men, they're like, you could see the biggest like muscle-bound man come in, and when he gets tattooed, he's like all over the place, like can't sit still, got to take a break every 5 minutes.
That gave me a picture of a guy in a motorcycle going that, because I can see them, you know, they're like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's
Speaking of the devil, he's here now.
Hey, tell him to get on. Tell him hi.
There is a crash or something. I had to go.
So anyway, that's funny. So and then now on the serious side, I've had women that had breast cancer. They removed their breasts, and then they got tattoos over them.
Yes.
So they wouldn't get the scars. I thought that was kind of nice. And then they would say what happened. It's like they would say do some type of like a memoriam almost for their breast, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever done anything like that yet?
Not yet. I mean, he has. There's a lot of them that will get like the floral because it covers it really well, like black and gray and stuff. That makes them feel more like feminine again.
Oh, okay, good. That's good.
This is their Facebook page.
Okay.
Okay.
Between the Lines Tattoo Studio, Port Richey. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
And where do you are you going to open up in the future? Are you going to be opening up a shop of your own, or are you going to be traveling tattoo artists?
Eventually I want to. Right now we have like 2 apprentices at our shop, 2 females that he's supposed to be like helping them, but I help them too because they're more like drawn towards me because I'm a female and they kind of relate to me, I guess.
Right.
But eventually I want to open my own shop, like an all-female shop. Something
So
like that.
do you piercings too?
We don't right now, but that is something we're trying to work on in the future.
Because I'll tell you, my daughter wanted to get my granddaughter's ear pierced. She does have 2, sorry, ears pierced. And she wouldn't go anywhere but a tattoo shop.
Yeah.
But they're so much better at the sterility and doing it correctly than say one of the shops in the mall that sell earrings, you know, that don't get the piercings right. And it's more than the ears now, you know. It's it's the nose and the septum ring and parts of your ear that would hurt to me. But so the tattoo shops really do more than tattoos for the most part. But that's something you can look into, right? You're going to be able to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. The major reason why
I can't see him.
Yeah,
Jenny, you're gonna have to turn off.
The major reason why it's better to go to a tattoo shop to get your ears pierced, or any piercing for that matter, is we use what is known as a hollow needle. So if you get it done by a gun, it pushes skin. It can push the skin down inside the piercing itself and cause a bad infection.
Got it.
In the tattoo industry, that's known as a skin pop because it pops the skin down inside the incision, the hole.
I like a keloid.
Yeah, and it can cause keloids. It can cause nasty infections, and they'll never go. Like a keloid is a bad bump that'll never go away.
Okay, so now that you're on TV and we can see you, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Sir Dale Reed. Believe it or not, my first name really is Sir, spelled S-I-R.
Nice.
Wow, nice. That's different. Sir Reed. It sounds so English. Sir Reed. Yeah. May I be your blood supply, please? Yeah.
My father did that to mess with his father-in-law.
Oh, I like that.
He made that man hate me for the rest of his life.
Why? But why?
Well, because I have an older brother that's 2 years older than me. When he was born, my father owned a couple of businesses and he always worked. I mean, the man went to work at 3 a.m, didn't get home until after 11 at night.
That's an honorable man.
Yeah, he worked so hard constantly. So when my parents had my brother, they weren't married and my father was working, so he wasn't at the hospital. But my granddad was there. So my mother named him after her dad. His name is Robert Lee Harmon II.
Oh.
So fast forward 2 years later, when they're having me, they're married, and my dad made sure he was there at that time. And my granddad looked at my dad and said, "It doesn't matter what you name this boy. The first boy's already got the best name in the world." So then my dad thought about it for a good 20 minutes, and he looked over at my granddad and he said, "Oh yeah, well, you're going to have to show this boy respect."
Oh,
So the Dale Reed is my dad's name.
that's
So
funny.
those boys are named after our grandparents. But he made sure he put Sir in front of it, so he'd have to show me respect.
That's awesome.
Wow, that is.
Come up with a
And they
nickname.
can never take it away because that's your name. My name is Sir.
Correct.
Oh, that is a cool story. Thank you for sharing. That is different. It is. You're the first one. So, and that's also unique for your business because if you know, Sir, yeah, you know, they don't even know your name, Sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. Your name is all over the world in military and everything else.
Yeah.
So how is the tap business? Is it on a trajectory up? Has it leveled out? Are you seeing like spurts or people come in and then you get long legs where there's nothing?
I think they said
it's really bad. What makes it fluctuate right now? If you go back
The economy.
The economy. Well, the economy is trying to bounce back right now. Tattoos is more of a what's the word I'm looking for?
Luxury.
It's a luxury now. It used to be a want, but now it's more of a luxury.
Really? Because I'm just hearing everybody like, I don't know. It's like everybody's got a new tat, or they're getting one, or they've got one. I mean, you have to say that the base of people that are getting tattoos is a bigger clientele base, right?
Yeah. Let me ask you something. What do they call people? There's a name, and Jenny's one of them. A person who's never had tattoos, a clean canvas. What do they call them? There's a name for that.
Can you say it on family friendly air?
Yeah, we call them tattoo virgins.
That's what it is. Tattoo virgin. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. I said, "Oh, okay," and so yeah. That's the only.
To my credit, I got piercings before everybody else. I got my first piercing. Well, my aunt did my first pierced ears with a tater and a needle. Okay. And then I got the second piercings in high school, and that was like 1976, and people weren't getting the double piercing, so I had to do that. And then they got a double piercing, and I thought I got to get a third piercing because that's different. Then they upped that, so now I have 4 on one and 3 on the other. But I still don't think I have piercings. I just like my daughter reminds me all the time. But you know why? I never got a tattoo because my dad had them. And he was always like, girls don't get tattoos.
Yeah.
And so I never did just because of him. And then my sister, I was just telling Stacy, my little sister got them. And now they're just really commonplace. I mean,
I think everybody, even in church, when I go to church, I see everybody, they're just tapped up. I'm like, you know what? That's the norm now. It's common because a lot of them do it for memoriams, remember of parents, grandparents, children, or something. Like I see a lot of them with these beautiful crosses on their arms, especially the men right here with beautiful crosses, and I love it. I'm like, man, that's pretty. I want to get one. So,
in the Bible, do you know in the Bible there is 2 verses that talks about Jesus having tattoos?
Really?
The Book of Revelations. You can look it up in the Book of Revelations. There is a scripture.
Write it down. Where is?
There's a scripture that talks about Jesus ascending from heaven, and he's got both wrote on his inner thigh and on his robe, "I am the King of all kings." It talks about it being on his thigh. And tattoos were known back then. A lot of people had them.
I'm gonna have to look that up because
you can Google it right now if you'd like, so you can tell your listeners where to find it.
That's interesting. I never heard of that.
That I've never heard of that either, because so many churches saying that we're not supposed, because in the verses also say don't mark your body up. Take your body as a temple.
Yeah, but that didn't refer to tattoos. When they changed over from the original, how the Bible was written in like Hebrew and some of the older languages, and they turned it into English, the closest words that they could come up with, just like Jesus's mom being a virgin. She was not a virgin. She was of not having her period yet. And the closest word that they could use to translate into English was virgin.
Oh, you mean she hadn't gone through puberty yet?
Correct. So she wasn't supposedly able to have a child because she didn't have her period yet.
Well, yeah, that was the miracle of God right there, because she ended up being pregnant and had Jesus. So there you go.
Right. Well, I think that we always figure Mary was an older person, but she probably really wasn't, because back in the day, 13 was not.
Yeah, 13 was the average age at that time in that country that they would marry them off. Correct. And bring the child's price to the father to marry them. So yeah, and and today that practice overseas still exists, which to us is like, ew, 13, but to them is normal. And well, we're not gonna get into that, but anyway,
she was 11. She was 11.
11.
11. She wasn't 13. She was 11, and that's why it's wrote that she was a virgin. Because, like you said, they normally didn't marry children off till they were 13.
Our pastor is very knowledgeable. I'm gonna ask him all these questions. Now you got me curious, and I have to. I wish I had my sister here. She's very knowledgeable. She'll probably say, "Wait, what?" So we're gonna have to investigate. I investigate everything, and I shelf it until I read it in the Bible, and then I go, you were right, or no, So but hey, everybody is things. So anyway. Going back to the tattoos, what is your favorite tattoo that you've ever done?
You were talking about it just a minute ago. My favorite one that I've ever done, this lady, she had lost, thankfully, only one breast due to breast cancer.
Yes.
So she came in, and her husband at the time, he's now her ex-husband, but this poor woman was in shambles. He told her she wasn't a woman no more, because she had one of her breasts cut off. Like, he was very verbally abusive to her. And this lady, she just didn't feel comfortable in her own skin anymore, because her husband was he was a bad man. Right. So what I did is I set her down. I took a picture of the one that she still had. I made a stencil out of it. And after I tattooed it on her, I didn't charge her. It was, how could you charge something like that,
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
If you look across the room, you couldn't really tell. Like, you could tell she was missing a breast, but the nipple still looked like the other one. It changed her life. She started going out swimming again. She was showing it off to so many people. I ended up in a magazine because of it.
Wow. Hold that story. We passed the mark. We're going to throw commercials. We'll be right back, okay?
Mass production and fast trends. Some things still deserve to be made the right way, by hand, with heart, and with a story that lasts a lifetime. At Beaver's Workshop, every handcrafted pen, gift, and decor piece carries the soul of craftsmanship, forged from the finest local and exotic woods, shaped with care, and polished with pride. Founded by Jeffrey Beaver, a proud retired combat army veteran, Beaver's Workshop honors tradition, service, and creativity. Every curve, every grain, every finish tells a story of resilience, of dedication, of craftsmanship born from a life of purpose. Whether you're searching for a timeless gift, a symbol of gratitude, or a keepsake that feels as meaningful as the moment itself, Beaver's Workshop is where memories are handcrafted. Our pens don't just write, they speak volumes. Our gifts don't just decorate, they inspire. And our craftsmanship? It doesn't just show, it lives on. Shop small. Choose heart over hurry. Celebrate American craftsmanship with a piece made just for you, at Beaver's Workshop. Find us online or at artisan events near you, and experience the pride, the passion, and the story behind every treasure. Handcrafted with honor.
Remember the excitement of checking your mailbox and finding something special waiting just for you? Now you can experience that feeling every single month with the brand new Postal Ink Exchange. For only $12 a month, you'll receive a mailbox surprise filled with creativity, inspiration, and fun. Every month includes an inspirational card, a beautiful postcard, a recipe collection card, exclusive vendor discounts, fun magnets, and stickers. And every month, a special surprise waiting in your mailbox. The Postal Ink Exchange is more than mail. It's happiness delivered from our heart to yours. Support small businesses, discover unique creations, and enjoy the joy of real mail again. Join the Postal Ink Exchange today for only $12 a month, exclusively from the Creative Spirit channel, where art that isn't painted, it's threaded. Discover the beauty of needle thread artistry by David Poyant. Each piece takes hours, each stitch a brushstroke of patience and passion. With just a needle and thread, David Poyant brings life to landscapes and animals, each stitch capturing light, texture, and soul. From majestic wildlife to breathtaking views, David Poyant weaves nature into art. Bring the beauty of nature home through the artistry of David Poyant, needle thread artist.
And we're back.
Welcome
We're
back.
back. I was just thinking as I was watching the commercials, because we really do have a wide just array and of different types of art and artists, and it just seems to me that the artistry of tattooing has really come a long way. I mean, really back in the day, it was, military members, guys that, were worked out in the field, carpenters, bricklayers,
Construction workers,
and bikers, and you could always point them out. You're like, oh, you know what? Even if they weren't dressed up like they at work, you could always say, oh, that guy does this, that guy does that. But now you can go into a hospital and the tiniest little nurse will have an angel tattoo on her wrist.
yeah.
Or I think the funniest thing for me was I went, when my son was in high school, he went to a Catholic high school, and a little gal walked by in flip-flops, and she had a tat on her foot. And he said, oh, that's Sister Ann. I said, whoa, wait.
What?
Wait a minute. I came from a Catholic school that you had the whole habit, nun habit, and here his teachers, his nuns, were walking around in, she had a skirt on, but she had flip-flops, and you could see the tat on her foot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
that's real different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just did a wedding reception about a year and a half ago. I seen a post on Facebook where they were looking for a tattoo shop to come and do their reception. So I've done them before, so I reached out.
How does that work?
Well, I had to bond my shop with my insurance through the reception hall.
Mm-hmm.
It was down in Tampa. It looked like it was an old industrial plant that they turned into a real nice reception hall. Anyway, so I had to get my insurance approved. And once I got that done, it was me and one of my other artists. And we asked them, how many people do you think? They said, well, and it was a religious family. I mean, super religious. The father was a preacher or a pastor. I can't remember which. But anyway, they said, well, since most of our families are, really religious, we'll probably only have like 25 to 30 people looking to get tattooed. So I predicted maybe about 50 because, you know, if somebody gives me a number like that, I'm going to go a little higher just to be on the safe side.
Right.
So me and my artist, we worked it out to where there was 10 different designs to choose from. That way we could get all of the stencils printed out, ready to go. Luckily, I had printed a lot of extra ones because we had almost 200.
Oh,
200?
Yes. And I even tattooed on the preacher.
What?
He sat down in my chair. Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. Everybody wanted to get tattooed. Everyone. We couldn't get through them all.
Oh my God.
That's a marathon.
Yeah, I had to give out my business cards and tell them, come to the shop. We'll give you the same thing, the same deal, because she paid us $3,000 for 3 hours. That's
Wow.
And then they have to pay you per the tattoo, or that was part of it?
That was all. That was part of it. Everybody. So what she did, and they tipped us too, though. That was the good thing. I mean, we made out big time. She gave me $1,500 up front, and then $1,500 after.
How interesting.
And then she showed up at my house with probably, I don't know, 3 dozen of some of the best cookies I've ever eaten. You could tell this lady, she was the one in charge of like the bakery night, you know, where they,
Yeah.
and then they get the discount, or, you know, the money brought in.
Sales.
They were like that big and good. I mean, you know, the really good ones, when you bite into them, they fall apart and they're gooey. And yeah, I loved it.
That's how he remembers the cookies.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would have done the job for the cookies alone. I'm telling you, they were that good.
Wow.
That is so interesting.
Amazing.
And now, have you thought about that? That would be actually a good fundraiser for a church, Jeanette.
Yeah.
I don't know, but so is that typical, or is that something that just was like, wow, like no one's ever asked me that before?
Well, I've done wedding receptions, but never to that degree where it was, because normally, like you stated earlier, a lot of religious feel that our bodies are a temple, and that's what they're taught. So normally, but the times have changed, like you said, they're really changing. 70% of our client base is women. 70% of people getting tattooed are women.
Wow.
And that's why I taught my fiance, because if you're going to get a tattoo, say it's your first tattoo, would you feel more, being a woman as yourself, would you feel more comfortable getting tattooed by a woman that you can relate with, or a man?
I don't know, because my first tattoo was in North Carolina, and it was a man, and he looked like a biker, and I wanted a real rough tattoo for my arm, and he said, you need to be feminine, that's not good for you, I want you to get this one. And it was the right decision. I got a lot of compliments on it. So my tattoo artist was a man, and he would tell me, no, that's not good for you. This is good for you. Do not do that. Don't put no name on your body. Yeah. I love the father figure that he was actually portraying, and he's beautiful. I wish I knew where he was, if he's still there. But his house was like, you know, the Harley Davidson fire, red and orange.
Yes.
He decorated. His house was just like that. So the bottom was his business, and he lived on top. Him and his wife ran that tattoo artist, the tattoo shop. And it was smart, because in Puerto Rico, we do that. The business is in the bottom, and we live upstairs.
I still think that's one of the best business models out there. I'm sorry that they gave that up, because you can have your business and your home at the same time. And
and
you don't have to travel, and you know all your,
he had it beautifully. He had it so beautiful. So all the tattoos on my body were made from him. I didn't. Once you get attached to one tattoo artist, you don't go nowhere else.
Yes.
And I was attached to him, and I was traveling from Indiana. I said, I want one more tattoo, and I would go to him and everything. So he did all my tattoos.
You were traveling from where? Where did you travel?
He's from North Carolina. He was in High Point, North Carolina, and everybody recognizes his house. I hope one day he sees this. And his house is red fire going like this. And then when you go in, it's the most beautiful white, sanitized, beautiful, just gorgeous place with different types of chairs. He does all kind of tattoos. His wife and him both had sleeves. I mean, they were gorgeous people. He reminded me a little bit of ZZ Top. No joke. He looked like ZZ Top. And now you got the figure of what I'm talking about. He was
I think
gorgeous.
to the point, though, where if you're getting a tat in a more intimate spot,
Right. It'd rather be a woman.
I would say that, especially if you're a little older and you're getting your first tattoo, it probably would help if it's a gal on a gal, just because
you can relate. It'd be like, think of your tattoos like going to a doctor. All right. Now, if you're going to a doctor, like for your feminine, does it feel more comfortable for you to see a lady than it is a man?
Oh yeah, lady, absolutely.
Correct. So in the industry, like she wants to open up an all-female shop. That is really good, but there's one thing that really, an all-female shop is hard to keep together.
Yeah.
Because something about the tattoo industry, the artist.
Well, what you can do is you open up a regular shop and then in a private room, make that only for females.
Yes. So they all have their own private spaces.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And that's a really good point, because that's how it should be. Because a lot of ladies, where they are different than men being a tattoo artist, is they get very territorial. Mm-hmm. They really do. So
I think too, honestly, like I guess it's like everything else. It's hard to gauge because people respond to different people in a way. Like Jeanette's Takai seems. All artists have an intrinsic sense of what looks good and what doesn't. Like it's the artist's eye. So I would want, personally, even though I would not want to show my backside off to a dude, especially who's kind of cute and I'm old. I always told my kids I was going to get a group of grapes on my backside, so when I got to be 90, they turn into raisins. Which would give a little comedy to the thing, but you want the person, first of all, that can relate to you.
Yes.
And that is going to really, because it's going to be, this is permanent. It's not like when I go get my henna tattoos, they're going to come off. So what intrigues me about this is that you have these big dudes, right, that used to see do tats like you, and you're thinking, he's going to do little flowers on me and stuff like that, and he's got to be able to see, is that going to be something that's going to look good on me? So it's really an overall artistic experience.
Yes.
Right? So you have to be able to see that person. Like if you have this little tiny lady comes in and she wants this like giant, I don't know, alligator head on her, you're like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Which we do the same thing like with your experience. You know how he told you that you don't want that, you need something more feminine?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we will do what the client wants, but we always give them feedback. We're always honest.
Yeah.
Super honest. Like you have to be, because the last thing I want to do is put something on someone and then they regret it. Because like you said, this is permanent. So I do a lot of talking. If say you come in to get tattooed by me, I don't do what most artists do where they're like, oh, you want this design? Come back in an hour or I'll have it ready for you. I sit down with you and we design it together. I have a way better way of doing that.
That was my next question. What makes you different than any other tattoo artist? So you just answered it. So good for you.
Yeah, I build a relationship first. Mm-hmm. That way you're comfortable. It's kind of like the relationship when you get in a relationship with a guy, right?
Right.
You're openly able to pass gas around each other. That's when you know that you are comfortable. You know what I mean? So I try to break that barrier early on so people are comfortable around me, because I would rather you laugh.
Stacey.
Okay. That was
right. You know what I have to say, look, we honestly, we talk about everything everything, and Jeanette and I talk about everything.
Uh-huh.
And he's absolutely right. I'm still old school, and I still got hang-ups, but they're both people. People have to be comfortable. It's an intimate relationship.
And not only that, but you have to, like, I loved my tattoo guy. And
Yes.
I absolutely only went to him. I don't care where I have to. And I told him, I don't care where I'm at. I'm coming to you for all my tats. And he goes, okay. And then when he finally realized I'm in a hotel, I'm coming from Indiana to come see you because I wanted to. He goes, you're what? You're where? Where you live? And he, I went back to him because that's the relationship that him and I had. I developed that relationship because I trust him. There's a trust that I have with him.
Yes.
So that's why. And if I want anything else, I'll still go back to High Point and find them.
What confuses me though, because there's always like the person that goes in. First of all, you really can't tat someone if they've been drinking, correct?
No.
Well, let me explain.
You have to kind of judge. Like if they're pretty much gone, you're not going to do it right.
No, because that's where bad decisions lie. But I do encourage like a glass of wine.
Just to relax.
Because it helps you relax. It helps you know, and I tell people, I mean, we got a bar right next door. And I let people know because when you first are sitting down, you're nervous. Mm-hmm. Body's tense. Your heart's racing 100 miles an hour. It's going to make you bleed more just because your heart's speeding up. So I tell people if you want to have 1 or 2 drinks maximum, that's fine because it'll help you relax. And also, have you ever heard of being heavy-handed or light-handed?
Yes. My tattoo artist was very light-handed.
Yeah,
I loved him. I didn't feel anything. I was like, "Are you done?"
Every apprentice I take on, I teach them this motto. I would rather you have to do free touch-ups than to scar someone. Because you can always touch something up, but if you scar someone, that's on them for life. You know, that messes a tattoo up. How many tattoos have you seen on people that look like Braille because it is just so dug in?
Right. Yeah.
So,
I have. Yeah.
I'll tell you that the nurse that delivered my grandson in a Navy hospital in San Diego had his knuckles tatted, and it was the most amazing sight to see this ginormous man with these giant hands handle my grandson like he was just the most delicate thing ever. And I think it's kind of a good thing that tats don't have such a bad name and a bad rap, that they are an expression of oneself and of personal choices and what you feel is important. Mm-hmm. And it is truly an art. And I think it's really good that people are starting to recognize that as being part of the artisan world. Because, the reason why I ask that, because people say, yeah, I got a tattoo last night. I don't remember where I was at. People don't do that anymore. They go in with their head clear and they're like, this is what I want. This is how I want it to look. And they're not hiding it anymore under clothes. They're out there.
Yeah, they just people, it's more acceptable today. In today's society, it's more acceptable,
So tell everybody where they can find you, what events you're going to be doing.
Yes.
You're going to be on our channel, Creative Spirit channel, and people will see you there. So tell us right now where we can find you.
We're located in Port Richey, off of US 19 in the same plaza as Carrabba's. It's at 10114 US 19, Port Richey. We also, when it starts getting a little cooler, we always do like food drives, clothes. If you bring in for the homeless, if you bring in like jackets, blankets, we give 20% off for, off of every tattoo, just because we try to help out. I mean, it gets cold here for the homeless. So, we're always doing something, and we help out with like animals,
women, the domestic violence.
Yeah, with women and domestic violence. We're getting ready to do something for that. We're teaming up. Who are they? What is their organization? Do you remember?
Sunrise Pasco. I think Sunrise. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
because that's something that hits home for me. I've been through it, so I want to help other people out.
Awesome.
That's great. That's a good cause. It's nice that you're doing and you give them a discount.
So you have a website or you don't?
The only website we have is on our Facebook right now. I'm working on building us a site. We also took home for 2026 best rate. What was it?
It's up from Business Rate.
It's from Business Rate.
Number one shop in Port Richey.
Now, real quick, because we deviated from that, you came out in a magazine. What magazine was that?
That was back in, that would have been out. I'm from Indiana as well.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Fort Wayne, Indiana?
Yes.
Okay, I'm from Huntington, which is right below it, but the magazine was the Fort Wayne. It's kind of like their magazine for the county, Allen County magazine.
Awesome. We have friends in LaPorte, Indiana, right?
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people in Indiana we know.
They just got hit with a tornado in LaPorte.
They did?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, last night.
Well, we've reached the time where we have to say bye. So let's get that contact information down packed so people can contact you. So what is a phone number that they can reach you?
We use just his phone number because he's the owner, so he like kind of filters through everything.
Okay.
His number is 727-807-0326.
All right. And do you have a Gmail or an email that they can locate you, or is that on Facebook?
The best place is on Facebook because we all use that. It goes directly to all of our phones too. That's Read Between the Lines Tattoo Studio of Port Richey.
Right. We had it up. Okay.
Yeah.
And
we're gonna try to make like we're gonna start making like a TikTok and stuff like that as well too.
Oh yeah, you do that.
We should be doing doing tats on TikTok. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're also doing a class. It's called Tat and Chat. We do it
Tat
once
and
a month.
Chat. That is so cute.
So you can bring your children, your significant other, or even a friend, and you come in. You sit down. I provide the inks, the needles, the machines, the fake skin, and you guys learn how to tattoo for the night. And you'll get complimentary drinks and food as well.
Wow.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like, it almost sounds like the wine and art,
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Let us know, and let us know. We'll do a show for you.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. We'll talk after the show. We'll go ahead and stay in the back studio and talk to you more. But right now we have to say our goodbyes on live. But thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Sharing, because I did see a lot of I learned a lot from even having tattoos. I never knew the stuff that you said, so I'm gonna go ahead and research a lot of things, and I can't wait. And I want to see you work, because if something happens to my tattoo artist, I might just have to anyway.
She's getting a side piece.
Yeah. Anyway, she already told me she wants J&J, so anyway. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, so we'll see you in the back studio after the exit, and we'll talk about other things. So thank you, everybody. We'll see you again next Friday at 1:00. This is Having Fun with J&J with Jeanette and Jenny. See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.